Welcome back to Let's Play Sword of the Stars. I'm the Fusilier, and it looks like things are very complicated on this map, but it boils down to one simple thing. You picked the wrong house, fool. And if you guys are gonna come in waves, that is only more acceptable than me. So yeah, Archon is gonna be this titanic fight. Then we're going to set the gate up at Passum. And they're reinforcing, but they don't have all that much, frankly. And at Mogo, we're just going to distract them. So we're opening with another triple battle. As to which fleet leads, I'm going to go with this one, because I've presumably set them up in a decent way. I sort of meant to combine everything. It should hopefully be fine. Because, as a matter of fact, in an attempt to save the colony, which may not work, and to leverage the fact that we are defending and have an outnumber bonus, I'm going to do this and hope it works well. So actually we're not going to see that fucking giant battle. Just in case we can save the colony, I think maybe not. That's a big battle, and we'll just think about how it went for a while as we do this very small thing. It's another one of those. Oh man, if the gate winds up being behind like an asteroid, that'll be good shit. So I think for this one I'm going to take the stance of, I'm going to let you know if anything does happen. Now I'm gonna try a big brain play the likes of which you've never fucking seen before. You may have guessed what I have in mind. I don't know if it's going to work. Looks like they're moving off. There's nothing really to focus on over there, sadly. They sure don't look like they're gonna come over here. Could drift into visual range eventually by just sort of wiggling. Which is, of course, how they got us that one time. So the plan is to just kind of cower a little bit. And as before, I'll let you know if anything happens. Sorely tempted to make a run at the planet. But we wouldn't be far enough out for it to matter. And these are some old ships. They're just gonna get spawn camped. Sorry guys. Oh, we meant to support you. Oh, can we do it? We could just run in and do a ton of bombing with these old ships I don't need anymore. I don't know, the other thing is, if our disguise plan doesn't work, there's enough here that we could probably just last a turn and get away, and then repair. So I genuinely don't know. I'm thinking we're gonna hold back on this. Because like, we're not gonna be able to take Mogo when there's like 70 fucking ships here. Could just kill them and run. But would it matter terribly? I don't know. We wouldn't be able to get there in time anyhow. We'd have to... And the problem is, after now, they'll be sort of arranged to counter us, so we'd have to move around. And there's tricks you can do with like assault shuttles, but to like redirect the AI. I've never really gotten into that, but I may have to start. I may have to do literally every single thing it's possible to do.
Updates.
I will say that force is one hell
There
of
is a
keeper.
huge swarm approaching.
Yeah,
my
we lost the
queen.
colony anyhow. But it looks like my auto battle ploy was the right call. I mean, that was such a titanic fight. We weren't getting out of that without... Yeah, we lost a strike force, sadly. And it looks like it wasn't through bombardment. Okay, this Guardian Mark V. Interesting, Stormers did almost nothing. It was just mass drivers and heavy drivers. I mean, we did get that upgrade that made them like 20% more effective, if not more. Also, their corrosive missiles are completely nullified in the auto battle. I don't know why, but it's like a damage over time thing. So next turn, we're going to get reinforcements, and their fleet will be smaller. There is the matter of that. But that's fine. We can apportion forces. This is going to be like a juggling active. Here comes the actual bad dudes. Because let's see, that's 2 turns. Oh man, they're really coming for us now. And those little... Hang on, what's the scan on that? That's just 1. These guys are just drilling node bore lines. Now here's the thing. Are they defending the colony? I'm betting they're defending the colony rather than Solaris. I'm not sure what the plan is. But here's one bit of good news. If we can manage it this turn.
As you command, Majesty.
New planet. It's marginal. But we will take any new planet. It's been so long since we've gotten one because we've been saving these ones for the Humies to maybe eventually recognize, oh shit, I should colonize. This ticker at the bottom, these news reports. I just imagine that Halo Reach scene where it's like they think they got the big ship and then slip space rupture detected, slip space rupture detected, slip space rupture detected. This is what happens when you let the fucking Zool run wild, is this shit starts happening. So let's make sure we got everything covered. Solaris, Mongo, Archon, Passum. Archon may have been rendered uninhabitable for Tarkasian life, which is very unfortunate. Honestly, this one seems like we got it on lock. Passum, we're about to start our actual offensive towards. And we got Sucker Punches moving over here, so the enemy should be anxious about that. And if they're not, that's all the better for us. In terms of what we actually need to defend this turn, God. Not Mongo, because that's theirs. Passum, Archon, Solaris. Okay. Solaris and Archon are the big ones where we actually need to have forces there this turn. And, as you see, we got both of them because... Obviously, Mongo and Passum belong to the enemy. Yeah, Mongo and Passum belong to the enemy. Solaris and Archon belong to us. We got them covered. So this should be fine. And you see, we're already sort of gathering forces for our next attack. And building more, because I think these impactors are going to make quite an impact on the enemy. So I think we got everything covered. I'm probably going to regret saying that in 1 second. Because it's getting complicated. This one is not complicated though. We just auto-battle them to death and we use our superior numbers. I don't want the fucking gate to die because I'm going to need these cruisers real soon. Passum is just holding the gate and making sure it's operational. Fighting 30 cruisers isn't optimal, but it's better than fighting 80. And if we can clear this away, it's one more node to sort of remove this ugly protrusion in our space. So we're going to try and hold here using the same tactic we did before and just freaking the AI the fuck out. I'm going to auto-resolve this as well, because I just want those node boards to die. So again, no actual big battle. Still forgot to change the timer. This hill is members only. The fusion engines on the Hivers are really fucking cool. I mean, I actually think that the Hiver destroyer design is one of the best ship designs in the entire game. I prefer it to their bigger stuff, although their bigger stuff's fine. It all follows a very defined theme, which I'm down for. Next, they can't guard us everywhere. They can't guard our attacks everywhere, whereas we can guard their attacks everywhere we go. Don't let them wander into visual range.
You heard the word. Get this ship moving.
Looks like we're cool. Alright, a whole lot of
We
nothing.
have an enemy fleet on our scopes.
We have received
That's
a
expected.
gift, Mother.
All within
This
expectations.
hive is generous. We have received new wisdom, Mother. This hive is intelligent.
I really wish they would stop guarding every... Do I have to hit you assholes at every single one of your planets to find one that's weak? Because if that is what I have to do, then it's what I'm gonna do. You know, fighting 30 other cruisers ain't optimal, but compared to like 80, I'll take it. Alright, reports. Not bad. Losses were not bad at all.
We shall repair what is broken.
What does the auto battle make of our impactors? Are they impressive? Eh. They do about as well as all the others. We got hit by a node cannon, which I'm assuming accounts for some of the losses. But we had such a monstrous outnumbering bonus that really most of the damage will have been done by missiles, at least a good amount. Let's see, that happened. Passum and Mongo. Solaris, of course. Just, I don't know what they inflicted, how they inflicted. Must have been just missile hits. I'm fine with that. The humans can handle it. I'm happy letting them handle it. They got more coming, but it's just one. So, form up using the idea I did, which is real simple. This is an uninhabited world, so it'll look more like this. Impactor, strike force, impactor, 3 paladins up front, and sort of a jigsaw effect so that none of them are directly in front of, you know, the cannons. Even like this might be better. We can adjust this. Like, the goal is to not shoot ourselves in the back. Something like this. Ah, we can't. Well, that's fine. I'm actually fine with that. Some kind of fucking stupid order of battle like this. That'll do it for uninhabited systems. Hi there. We already knew they were coming. Tarks, can you actually, like, build on this? I hope so. I think so. Also, new world to settle.
The princess has landed, Majesty.
Excellent. We started assembling our boys up here. So we can send some guys over there. Get some guys over here. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to save those worlds, but who knows? Hey guys, coming back later with what I'll call perspective shift. A new look into the war. Yeah, we took over the Liir for a second, guys. It is really cool that the game lets you do this. So we can see firsthand that they're using Gauss cannons. That they have this many Strike Force command controls. I mean, I guess you don't want to run. I've run out in the past. I mean, look, obvious observations like the fact that the AI appears to be designing ships via random number generator are not like unique or fun. What? There's a couple whats here. Okay. First off, Gauss cannons. Like, I'm pretty sure even, like, plasma cannons would be more if... Why... Okay. That's not even the big one. That's not the big one. So we observed last time, I believe, in their raiding group, the Liir were employing these amazing retrovirus biomissiles. And as you'll see, because I was looking at their tech tree, their early techs, all totally reasonable. You know, even the languages for the allies, it's like you can open trade routes and shit, so that's what they were thinking. That's what they were thinking. So that's definitely something that I would understand, really. Integrated sensors, advanced sensors. There's just two, well, there's researching light emitter on turn 133. When they have point defense and they could be having phasers in 10 turns. There's that, okay. Or antimatter in 34 turns, that could be a thing. The thing that gets me, the thing I noticed, is as we looked at it before, we saw they were using bioweapons. Hey guys, fun fact. The Zool are immune to biological warfare. It doesn't work on them. None of it. Ever. Ever. They are the bioweapons. They are living bioplagues. Which means all of this is not even theoretically useful. And you're like, oh, well, how could they have known? The setup of the players is known to everyone before the game starts. If the only possible enemies they could have are Zool, they should not be doing that. Other than that, and the fact that they're spending a third of their budget on shit, on just fission, like, they made fusion here. They don't appear to have researched star drives. Or did they? I think they have. No, they don't have. Why, as the Liir, would you ever want engines? They're still kicking around these ancient ships, and they're not like the Hivers where they can move them anywhere they want. I am tempted to take over as the Liir, but I'm like, we just did a Liir playthrough, and if I let the AI take over here, the Hivers are just gonna colonize Serpens and Mjolnir like instantly, and the humans won't get them. What I would have to do is destroy the gates, then switch to humans, send a colonizer fleet, then switch back. Like, I could do a succession game where I try to run all 4 empires. Now, of course, you couldn't do that in one turn. And there'd be a lot of weirdness. Like, the AI does not know how to do my jammer shenanigans. If you couldn't tell, I'm getting real fed up with this game. I'm getting real fed up with the fact that the enemy has, literally, it's not literal. They have infinite ships. They have infinite ships. Like, okay, look. When I get Farcasters, then we'll be able to launch some fun raids and catch them a little unawares. Maybe. Maybe. I'm gonna try like Farcasters and Dreadnoughts and stuff, I guess. Dreadnought's not really what you want to do against Liir usually, but I mean, I've seen Hiver Impactor Dreadnoughts be fucking obscene. So whatever. Fuck it, we're on vacation. I don't want to run my Empire today. Here's some other games I played in the distant past. Here's one where I've made myself the most pocketed Liir possible. My start was, let's call it an average of 90 light years from where the enemy started. And just, it's sort of this clusters. I had a lot of fun. I mean, this map is basically made for the Liir to just swim across open space through large gaps. As you can see, things have progressed in this case to a somewhat different end. Hiver's only got 6 worlds ever. Well, you're slow. And if you're slow, that's what it be. They're still strong. I mean, they still fucking send like 50 dreads because, in case it wasn't apparent by now, I set my allies to hard mode 2 on this one, which made it fucking fair, which I should have done in the first goddamn, like, the minimum I should have done is had hard mode allies too, so they would do something. The gap between a hard and a normal AI is so, like, I don't think I fully like, you would expect the normal mode AI to be functional. It really is. Please ignore the fact that I built and tried to use assimilation bioplate. Okay, look, I did that after I got every technology that it is conceivable to get. Okay, this is what peak performance looks like. This is actually I have all these dreadnoughts and I never fucking built any because the fucking Liir dreadnoughts are ass. Like, the designs aren't even updated. Although I admit I'm a little curious what this one can do. That's kind of awesome. But I had so much fun with this one. This was the original that taught me, like, let's see, where is it? Projector. Because my first idea for this kind of ship was antimatter projector, shield, the works. It works really well. Honestly, the shielded blazer only came after, which was what you saw as the void cutter. Fuck it. We're on vacation, guys. We're gonna exterminate some Zool. Hey, guys.
Never.
Nice. This one's just... I've officially had a mental breakdown and just decided to live in a fantasy world.
Our ships follow the enemy. We take neutral positioning.
It took so long to load this battle. These projector ships, though, let me tell you, they're really something. And I will... I'm not even gonna tell them to face the right way. Oh boy, here we go. Come on, boys. Let's have a tech demonstration for the good old projectors. And by that I mean your deep and abiding incompetence. No, there we go. Here we go. Oh, notice the phaser point defense. So when they try to do their fucking acid shit, that happens. Disappears in a puff of smoke. Fuck it. Time to inflict upon the enemy the greatest disgrace is possible to give them. to be ignored. That's the blaze right there. My question is, what is that big one? Is that the... That's not the bridge. It looks like some giant weapon system. Maybe I don't want to ignore them necessarily. No, that wasn't my...
Yes, Elder.
Oh, we might want to run away. What are those? I think I saw something like it. Those shield break, like, they must be like EMP. Yeah, look at that. Carve right through shields. Let me tell you though.
Yes, we hear you.
This is their very last planet. It's too little.
Shields have been restored,
Too late.
Elder.
Oh, let's do this.
Command received. We return to support.
Wanna leave?
More extremes have come to the fight. We return to support.
Now, the really nice thing about Liir is you can withdraw your ships pretty easily. Like, they've got pretty good maneuverability. Very nice. Oh, they're exterminated. That feels good.
Shields have been restored, Elder. We return.
I don't know why you didn't run away. Like, they want peace? Okay. I'm down. You realize that you lose, right?
Our strength increases.
And...
System updates.
So nice. I guess I was really just made to play fucking the Liir. I love their style. I love how they do. I even love them for their flaws. I mean, Morrigi are nice too. Like, playing some games of Morrigi, like that Spiral thing, the Spiral map, I played Morrigi on that. Racing around at like 20 light years a turn. Cackling. The Morrigi are actually built around like heavy beam weapons, and I'm like, tell me more. I know how to play this game. I know how to play this game. I'm good at this game. I know what I'm fucking doing. I don't make mistakes. I don't make mistakes. You make mistakes. Have my test game for this, where I did basically the same setup. For some reason, the diplomacy screen is not working because the game is over. There were 4 Zool. You notice anything about the map right now? No Zool at all. Okay, so I started on this side of the map. I also exterminated and then put a gate over the VN homeworld. Don't worry about it, guys. It's fine. I started in the literal corner of the map in a fucking little peninsula of stars. I had to crawl my way over here. Desperately try to cover the humans. The Liir were fine, honestly, although you'll note they got a chance to grow much bigger. In this game, it was the Turkas stuck out on the flank. They got fucked. They got fucked bad. Like, they were down to like 2 colonies before we finally got there and started to turn it around and started to give them some hope for colonizing again. You can see they're making a pretty good return. It's very nice. It's very pleasant. I should probably note that these, no, not that. I'm pretty fucking sure these AI were set to normal. And actually, It was one of the most fun games I played because it was, again, that idea of the Hivers, you know, rushing to cover their friends from a big offensive, and then once we were all secured, we could launch a counteroffensive. That's the idea, anyhow. This is just a bit earlier, so we can definitely much better see what I'm talking about. But like, the setup was essentially identical. The Zool here. Cruiser Fusion, really? No, yeah, these guys must have been on fucking normal. Because that's the only explanation I have for how... But, like, if they're all on normal, like, look, Zool on normal are still terrifying. But Zool on normal give you a chance. They don't just spawn infinite fucking ships. Yeah, we did a pretty good... We made pretty good headway over here, that's for sure. Oh, yeah. These guys are in trouble. We sort of farcasted stuff at their capital. I think the point is made. I just... It's not that I don't like fighting the Zool. I just want, like, a fucking fair fight. Even if they were all hard mode, I'd be able to roll with that because my allies would be picking up the slack. They're not picking up no slack. I'm pretty sure you can't change the AI settings once it's started. I believe you're just locked in. Because it's more than just, like, how aggressive the AI acts. I think there's only one more place to go now. Yeah, just because I'm curious. I had to know. We were fighting an empire really no bigger than ourselves. Not really. They don't really know much about us. They never got scout ships back here because we tend to stop them pretty hard, which feels good. I don't like those node lines. I don't like how many nice, juicy node lines they have right into our fucking space. We don't enjoy that, folks. As people mentioned, the Zool all share... I don't know if it's all Zool. I suspect it's all Zool. That would kind of make it a double-edged sword. That would sort of make sense from a design perspective. I don't really know what the plan was here. One thing I would like to bring attention to... Look at their budget. Look at their fucking fleet. Half... Do you really think that the Zool would have the best tech in the game? Do you really think the Zool have the best tech in the game? Best production. Stations. Fucking armor-piercing mass drivers. I saw them. Don't you lie to me. And do you think they could do it while paying half their maintenance to a giant fleet that they can't actually sustain? I guess you could operate with like half your... Let's see the research history on this one. I'm really fucking curious. Okay, so they got all these ones just sort of naturally, and then... Waldo units, battle computers, you know, standard... Commerce rating is the first one that doesn't really make sense to me, but that's fine. Disruptor, I don't know. Electromagnetic pulsar, it kind of fits with their disruptor whip Ding. Cruisers on turn 30. 39. Did they get boarding pods if they don't have the tack? They have fucking... There's a couple things I'd like to draw particular attention to. I was wrong before, they don't have phasers, they have particle beams. They have the access to... really all sorts of shit. They don't have special projects, which I'm kind of surprised. I figured they'd be getting tons of special projects. They don't even have, like, combat. Like, they're not even, like... They have great stuff. I don't know why this is the thing they chose, but they're the AI, so hey. Interestingly enough, I think the Zul don't get bioweapons. Like, I think they just... It doesn't work on them, so they're like, you know, what's the point of this shit? You just toss it out into the garbage. At least they didn't research the languages. When did they get fusion? Turn 87. That's pretty late. Yeah. So theoretically, in order to get like dreadnoughts and antimatter, they're still a far way off. Hopefully. Look at how much space they just got. Like, okay, the Tarks spawned here and they were the furthest up. Then the humans back here. I will say the humans the Zul were right there. And right here. So the humans were just backed into this tiny little corner. Red Zul just took everything. All these worlds back here. Blue Zul doesn't even really have much. Okay. I thought about just popping smoke and calling it quits. I could do that. I could tweak the setting, tweak things to be more fun. But we're gonna get Farcasters, and we're gonna... It's kind of distressing that the enemy knows all about these planets. But they never got further than that. So we did defend this chunk of territory against them. They know about these boys here. Never attacked one of our worlds though, like one of our colonies, ever. Oh! Get stick bug, nerds. Get fucking sensor jammed. Please enjoy my jamming. They're being smart, they're reinforcing. With fucking... I must admit, it has to be a little terrifying to, Okay, here's a question. Oh my! Hey, we learned something new today, guys. It turns out, if you have a sensor jammer, they can't see the fact that you have a gate up. Oh me, oh my. Now this seems like mostly it would come to play against human players, because the AI doesn't really react any differently to your gates, except to go after them in tactical combat. But that's kind of funny, because you know, they don't have the gate display down here, even though we have gates on these planets. For now. I don't know, we'll fight on some more another time, guys, but I am So tired. It is a big heroic struggle. It is very exciting. It's how do we must be those guys. And the fact that the Zul have like the best sensors. You gotta be able to see your prey. So next time on Let's Play Sword of the Stars, we'll go for Farcasters. We'll figure out what we're gonna do. I don't think we're gonna be able to attack them at Passum. It's like I think it would be pointless to try. But then I don't know what, like I could force them to scuttle every ship they own and then go back. That I mean at that point just fucking type the money cheat or I don't actually know if this game has cheats. Aside from setting the AI to like easy.